Now I am going to deliver a talk on coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is the chapter in 11th class. I will start with the distance formula, then section formula, then slope of a line, locus of the point, coordinates of the point, then I will discuss the straight line, then circle, then parabola, then ellipse, then hyperbola. So I will connect this all. What I will do, I will begin with coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is, number one, coordinates of point. Coordinates of point. Now, what are the coordinates of the point? How will you define the coordinates of point? We take two axes, x-axis and then y-axis. This is x, O, x dash. This is y, O, y dash. These are the two axes. These are called the coordinate axes. And this plane is called the Cartesian's plane. So x, O, x dash, y, O, y dash, they are the two axes, and this O is the origin. Now let us suppose from this O, I'll go in this direction. Suppose I'll go here. This is the point N. Let distance from O to N be equal to x. Right? Now let the distance from N to this P be equal to, say, y. See, you take x and y, and ON is equal to x. Let x be positive. Let x be positive. Positive means I have to go in this direction. अगर x negative होता तो मैं इस direction में चला जाता. And NP is equal to y. Y is also positive. NP is along the y-axis but in the positive direction. This is the positive direction. This is the negative direction. So I will go from N to P. This distance is y. Then we can say the coordinates of this point P. Then the coordinates of point P is x comma y. X and then y. So we say the coordinates of this point P, x and y. This is the first thing. This is called the coordinates of point. Now example. Example. Suppose I have 4, 5. I'll plot this. Say I again take x-axis and then y-axis. This is x, O, x dash. This is y, O, y dash. Let us suppose I have to take 4. 4 is x and 5 is y. So along x-axis I will go 4. So I will go 4 in this direction. And I will go along y-axis. Y is again positive. I will go in this direction 5. So the coordinates of this point are 4 comma 5. So this is 5. So coordinates of the point P is 4 comma 5. Now if I have minus 4 comma 5. Minus 4 comma 5. So minus 4 I will go in this direction. Minus 4. So I will reach here. Minus 4. Then 5. 5 is again positive. So I will go upwards. So minus 4 and 5 will be here. Now if I have minus 4 and minus 5. So again I will go minus 4, then minus 5 I will go downwards. So it is minus 4 and minus 5. If I have 4 and minus 5, I will go 4. 4 is positive. So I will go 4 in this direction, and then in this direction it will be 4 and minus 5. So these are the different points, coordinates of different points. Say P, say Q, say R, and say S. This point is in the first quadrant, this point is in the second quadrant, this point is in the third quadrant, and this point is in the fourth quadrant. So In this way, we can plot any point on the Cartesian system of coordinates. These are called the Cartesian system of coordinates. So this is coordinates of the point. Now again, I'll take one more. Suppose I'll write x o x dash and then y o y dash. See, if I take point here on the x-axis, let us suppose this to this distance is 3 and then the second coordinate is 0. Suppose I will take here point, this is minus 3 and 0. Suppose I will take here the point, it is 0 comma 5. Suppose I will take here point, it is 0 comma minus 5. So any point on y-axis has x coordinate 0. Any point on x-axis has a y coordinate as 0. So we have x comma y like this, x and y, they are the coordinates of the point. This is called the abscissa and this is called the ordinate. Both together are called coordinates of point. Both together are called the coordinates of the point. So this is how to take coordinates of the point, how to plot them on the graph, how to plot them on the Cartesian system of coordinates. This is the Cartesian plane, how to plot. Now the point can be in the first quadrant, it can be in the second quadrant, it can be in the third quadrant, or it can be in the fourth quadrant, or it can be on the x-axis, or it can be on the y-axis. Now again, this point here, this point, this is the origin. The coordinates of this origin is 0 and 0. This is called origin of reference. Origin of reference. This is called the origin of reference. Now what is coordinates of the point? You must be able to understand this. So this is the first part of this. Now I will take another thing. First of all, I have discussed it. What are the coordinates of the point? Now second thing is how to find the distance formula. If the 2 points are given, coordinates of this point is given, coordinates of this point are also given. If you join these 2 points, you will get a straight line. How to find the length of that straight line? Or in other words, how to find the distance between the 2 points whose coordinates are given. So distance between 2 points, between 2 points whose coordinates are given. Distance between the 2 points whose coordinates are given. Now again, let A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 be the 2 given points. 2 given points. Let A x1 y1 and B x2 y2 be the 2 given points. Now first of all, I will plot these points. I'll see what will happen to these points if I plot them. See, this is x o x dash, this is y o y dash, and this is the origin. Now assume x1 and y1 both are positive, x2 and y2 both are positive. Let us assume they are positive. So if I plot them, so I will write x1 y1 here point, so it will be here x1 and y1, and there is another point B. This is x2 and y2, this is another point B. So I have represented both the points on the Cartesian plane. I have assumed that both points are positive, so it will be in the first quadrant. It can be in the second, it can be third, it can be here, or it can be, it can be in the first and the second and the third, doesn't matter. Once you join these 2 points, we'll get a straight line. See, we'll get a straight line. What you do, you draw a perpendicular. You draw a perpendicular like this, AM, and you draw another perpendicular, say BN. And also you draw another perpendicular, say AS on BN. So you write it. Let join AB. Draw AM, BN perpendiculars on OX and AS perpendicular on BN. AS perpendicular on BN. Now see, ABS will become a right angled triangle. Therefore, ABS is a right angled triangle. Now you know, in a right angled triangle, you can apply Pythagoras theorem. So with the help of Pythagoras theorem, this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is the perpendicular. So what you will do, you will write AB square is equal to AS square plus BS square by Pythagoras theorem. So ABS is a right angled triangle and you have to apply the Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem states the hypotenuse square, hypotenuse is this, it is base square and then perpendicular square. So AB square is equal to AS square plus BS square. So I have represented it like this. Now AB I will keep as it is. AB I will keep as it is, AB square. Now what is AS? You see, AS is MN because this AS and MN is one and the same thing, so they are equal. So instead of AS, I can write MN square. Then plus BS. See, BS is here. You keep for the time being BS as it is. Therefore, AB square is equal to MN. Now MN. This is ON minus OM. This is ON minus OM whole square. Then BS. BS is it is BN minus SN. So it is BN minus SN whole square. Now AB square will be equal to ON minus OM whole square plus BN as it is minus BN minus SN. Instead of this SN, I can write AM because SN and AM is one and the same thing. So I will write AM whole square. Now this will be further equal to, what is ON now? O से N तक, देखिए, you see this point, इसके coordinates हैं x2, y2. That means हम यहाँ से यहाँ तक जो चले हैं, वो हम x2 चले हैं और फिर ऊपर गए हैं y2, यानी ऊपर y2 गए हैं, यानी y2 गए हैं. इसका मतलब है ये जो डिस्टेंस है ON, O से N तक जो डिस्टेंस है वो x2 है. So I can write x2 minus OM. O से M तक जो डिस्टेंस है वो x1 है because this point is x1 y1. That means हम यहाँ से यहाँ तक x1 चले हैं और यहाँ से ऊपर y1 गए हैं. So हम लिखेंगे यहाँ पर x1 का whole square. Then plus BN. BN is this distance. So this distance is y2. So instead of this distance I can write y2 minus then AM. AM is this distance, I can write y1 because height is always represented by y. Height is always represented by y and the distance, horizontal distance, is represented by x because horizontal distance is represented by x and vertical distance is represented by y. So now see ON is horizontal, so it is x. OM is horizontal, so it is again x. This BN is vertical, it is y, and BAM is also vertical, this is y. So this thing, so after this I will write AB is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 का whole square plus y2 minus y1 का whole square. Now see, because here it was AB square is x2 minus x1 का whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So AB square is like this. Therefore, AB will be equal to x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. इसके ऊपर under root because ये square जब यहाँ चलाएंगे तो under root में चला जाएगा. So this formula is called distance formula. This formula is called distance formula. So you have to remember this is the first formula after the coordinates of the point. So first चीज जो हमने इसमें कर लिया that was coordinates of the point कैसे represent करते हैं, how to plot them graphically. Then the second thing is what is the distance formula, how to derive this distance formula. This is the derivation of distance formula. Now after the distance formula I will come to the next thing. Now what will be my next thing? Now I will come to the next thing, third thing. So first thing you have to remember coordinates of the point, how to represent them. Second is the distance formula, how to derive the distance formula. Then you have to remember the formula also. But I will give you an example before I go to the next thing. Suppose you are given 4 and 5 is one point and another point is 6 and 3. This is the another point. This is B and this is A. Now This represents the coordinates of the point. This also represents the coordinates of the point. These are the two coordinates of the points, and I will join these 2 points, I will get a straight line. Now can you tell me what is the distance? AB is under the root of, see, this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. Now the formula is y2 minus y1. y2, what is y2? 6 minus y1, sorry, x2 minus x1. x2 minus x1, 6 minus 4 whole square plus then 3 minus 5 whole square, that is under the root of 4 plus 4, that is under the root of 8. So AB distance will be under root of 8, or instead of under root of 8 you can write 2 root 2. So this 2 root 2 will be the distance from the point A to the point B. This is how to apply the distance formula to a particular example. Just I have derived the example of distance formula, so I have applied that formula in particular example. In how to find distance between A and B. How to find the distance between A and B. This is how to apply the formula. Now after this, we'll come to the next thing. So next is now section formula. Section formula. There are actually 2 types of section formulas. There are 2 types of section formulas. One is the internal division formula and another is the external division formula. Now, first of all, I will go to the section formula but internal division. What do you mean by internal division? Say you have like this, very simple. This is x o x dash, this is y o y dash. These are the 2 axes, x-axis and y-axis, and suppose there is a point A here whose coordinates are given x1 and y1, and suppose here is another point B whose coordinates are x2 and y2. Now these are the 2 points, given points. See, these are the 2 given points. These are the 2 given points. If I join these 2 points, I will get a straight line. By joining these 2 points, I will get a straight line. Now, what is? It is given. A is given, B is given. Now there is a point R. There is a point R. In between A and B somewhere. Not exactly at the center, but somewhere between A and B. This R divides AB in some given ratio. This divides, say, in the ratio of L is to M. What do you mean by L is to M? That means AR divided by RB is equal to L divided by M. This is the ratio. So this is given. A is given, B is given, R is not given. But about R, you are given that R divides AB in the ratio of L is to M. But internally means R is in between A and B somewhere. Now what you have to find? You have to find the coordinates of this point R. Now what is my question? My question is to find the coordinates of point R which divides A and B given points in the ratio of L is to M internally. To find the coordinates of the point R, which divides AB, given points in the ratio of L is to M internally. I have to find the value of R. This point is given, R is not given, but R divides AB in the ratio of L is to M. That means AR divided by RB is equal to L by M. But R divides AB internally. Internally means R is in between A and B somewhere. What I will do, I will draw a perpendicular AM. I will draw a perpendicular BN. And I will draw RL, another perpendicular. But the coordinates of R are not given. Let us suppose the coordinates of R be X and Y. Let the coordinates of R be X and Y. Let us suppose the coordinates of R be X and Y. Now see what I will do. I will draw one more perpendicular. I will draw a perpendicular AS and I will draw another perpendicular RT like this. Draw AS and RT perpendiculars on RL and BN respectively. See what I have done. I have drawn perpendicular AS upon this and RT upon this so that these two triangles are obtained. Now what about these two triangles? If you have a look on these two triangles are similar. Now you know when the triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. Once triangles are similar, their sides are proportional. What do you mean by the sides are proportional? Sides are proportional means इसका जो hypotenuse है, the hypotenuse of this triangle and hypotenuse of this triangle, you divide AR divided by RB is equal to base of this triangle divided by the base of this triangle. This is called the basic proportionality theorem, right? This is the basic proportionality theorem which you are applying here. That means these two triangles are similar, therefore their sides are proportional. Now what do you mean by the sides are proportional? I will come to this thing, mathematical part. Now, since the triangles are triangle ARS is similar to triangle RBT. Therefore, AR divided by RB is equal to AS divided by RT. Now, AR by RB is L by M and AS. Now, see AS. AS is equal to ML. So, instead of AS, I can write ML divided by RT. Instead of this RT, I can write LN. I can write LN. You please have a look on the diagram and then mathematical relations, the mathematical person. AR, AS divided by ये और ये एक ही चीज़ है. देखिए ये चीज़ और ये चीज़ एक ही है और ये चीज़ और ये चीज़ एक ही है. So instead of AS I have put ML and instead of RT I have put L. Now see L upon M is equal to ML. Now ML is OL minus OM. This is OL minus OM divided by now M. Now see ln. ln is On minus OL. On minus OL. Now put the values. L divided by M is equal to, now what is OL? OL is यहाँ से यहाँ तक कितनी distance है? See this distance is x. क्योंकि हम यहाँ से यहाँ तक x चले हैं और ऊपर y चले हैं ताकि हमने इस पॉइंट का नाम रखा है x और y. So इसका मतलब है ये है x minus OM. O से M तक जो distance है that is x1. x1. Now O से N तक जो distance है that is x2. That is x2 minus O से जो L तक distance है वो फिर से x है. So we'll reach to this point. Now L divided by M is x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1. Have a look on this first, then I will come to the simplification. So I will cross multiply. So after cross multiply I will get L times x2 minus x1 is equal to M times x minus x1. See, x minus x1, x2 minus x, x2 minus x. x2 minus x is equal to M times x minus x1. Now this is the after cross multiplication. So I will write Lx2 minus mx is equal to mx minus mx1. Now you take it this side. This is here Lx. See, Lx2 minus Lx is mx minus mx1. Now Lx2 plus mx1 is equal to Lx plus mx. ये जो x वाले टर्म्स हैं उनको मैंने उस साइड शिफ्ट किया. ये x है, ये भी x है, तो मैंने उधर शिफ्ट किया. ये वाली टर्म मैंने यहाँ लाई. That means जब मैं x कॉमन लेता हूँ वहाँ से वो बनेगा L plus m is equal to Lx2 plus mx1. Now x will be then equal to Lx2 plus mx1 divided by L plus m. ये आपका वैल्यू ऑफ x आ गया जो आपका इंतजार था. यानी x का जो वैल्यू है इस x का वैल्यू that is Lx2 plus mx1 upon L plus m, because this is given, ratio is given, x was not given, x हमें निकालना था, so x का वैल्यू आ गया in terms of x1 and x2 and L and m. Now similarly y is equal to Ly2 plus my1 upon L plus M. This is our next x, y. Similarly, how to find actually, यहाँ हम वो निकालते नहीं, हम similarly लिखते हैं. अगर निकालना पड़ेगा तो हमें perpendiculars इस पे डालने हैं. Instead of x-axis, we have to draw the perpendiculars on y-axis so that we'll get the value of y. But there is no need of finding the value of y. You can directly write y, you can write similarly. Once it is L, here it is L. Here is x2, here it is y2. Here it is m, here it is m. Here it is x1, here it is y1. Say L plus m. So this is the value of x and y, and this formula is called the section formula. But which division? Internal division. Internal division formula. So this is the section formula, but internal division. Now have a look. What is the section formula? How to derive it? Just derivation के बाद आपको ये चीज जो है ये आपको ज़बानी याद रखना है. What is the value of x and what is the value of y? What is given? Given is a, given is b, given is ratio. And what about r? R is the point in between the line AB, somewhere in between the line, because it is the internal division. But sometimes R is outside AB. I will come to that also. Now I will come to the external division formula, but I will not derive it now. I will just write the formula. What is the external division and what is the meaning? Let us suppose this is the point A, x1 and y1. Let us suppose this is the point B, it is x2 and y2. After producing this line, let this be the point R. Now R divides AB in the ratio of L is to M, but externally, R is externally. That means AR divided by RB is again equal to L by M. Same thing, ratio is same. But R is not internally, R is externally. You have to find the coordinates of the point R. Let the coordinates of the point R be x and y, and let the ratio be L is to M. Therefore, x is equal to Lx2 minus mx1 upon L minus m, and y is equal to Ly2 minus my1 upon L minus m. Now, this is like this. So, this is the external division ratio, and earlier this is external division formula. This was internal division earlier, then now this is the external division. What is external division? When R divides externally in the ratio of L is to M. So, these two formulas, you have to remember what is the internal division formula and what is the external division formula, and I will take an example now. Example is, find coordinates of point which divides line joining two points, say 4, 5 and 3, 6 in the ratio of 5 is to 6 internally and externally, both internally as well as externally. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining two points, this and this, in the ratio of 5 is to 6 internally and externally. Now, I will come to the solution of this question. Solution of the question is like this. Solution of the question is here. I will come to the solution. See, the solution is, you take a line. Let us say this is the point first. First point is 4, 5. Then here you have another point B. Let us say this point is 3 and 6. Now there is the point R in between, and that divides it in the ratio of 5 is to 6. This is my question. A is given, see it is given 4, 5. B is given, it is 3, 6. And the ratio is given, but R is the point which divides AB in the ratio of this ratio of 5 is to 6, but where? Internally. Now how to find the coordinates of the point R? Let the coordinates of the point R be x and y. Let us suppose the coordinates of this point be x and y. Now I have to find the value of x and value of y. Now you have to remember one thing. R divides AB internally. Now what is the internal division formula? That you have to see. See, this is say x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2, this is L, and this is M. See what I have done. This is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. This is 5 and 6 is L is to M. Now you have to find the value of x. Now value of x is Lx2. What is L? 5 into x2. x2 is 3. Then m is 6 into y1. y1 is x1. It is 4 divided by 5 plus 6. Because you have a formula Lx2 plus mx1 divided by L plus m. I have applied this formula. Instead of L is 5. I have 5. x2 here. x2 is 3. Then plus this plus m. Now m is 6. And x1 is 4 divided by L plus m. L plus m, that is 5 plus 6. Now you simplify it, you will get x is equal to 15 plus 24 divided by 11. That is 39 divided by 11. So this is the value of x. This is how to find the value of x. Now what is the value of y? Now y is again 5 into 6, then 6 into 5 divided by 5 plus 6. Again the formula for y is Ly2 plus my1 upon L plus m. Now see, this is the formula for y. Now what is the formula for y? L. What is L? L is 5 into y2. 5 into y2. y2 is 6. So 5 into 6 plus. Then m. What is m? m is 6 into y1. y1 is 5. So 6 into 5 divided by L plus m, that is 5 plus 6. This becomes 30 plus 30 divided by 11. That means 60 by 11. So what are the coordinates of the point R now? R के coordinate जो बने वो बना 39 by 11. पहला coordinate 39 by 11 and second is 60 by 11. So these are the coordinates of the point R. So this is how to apply section formula to a particular question. Once you are given the question like this, find the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining these 2 points in the ratio of 5 is to 6 internally. Now 5 is to 6 externally. For externally, you have to write the formula here minus. You have to write here minus, and minus. Here also minus, here minus, here also minus. Now, wherever there is plus, you have to write minus so that you will get another point that will be the external division. So, internal division and external division formulas you know how to apply. Now, after this, I will come to the another thing. Now, I will come to midpoint formula. Section formula internal division, section formula external division. Now I will come to the middle point formula. Now what is middle point formula? Midpoint formula. Middle point formula. What is middle point formula? Say you have a point x1, y1. Say you have another point x2, y2. You are given 2 points, you join these 2 points here like this. You have to find the coordinates of the middle point. So middle point is here. Middle point is say M. M is the middle point. Middle point means it is exactly at the center. So what is the ratio in case of middle point? The ratio is 1 is to 1. It is not now L is to M because L is also 1 and M is also 1. Suppose ratio is 4 is to 4. Middle point means जितना ratio यहाँ से उतना ही यहाँ से. So 4 is to 4 का मतलब है 1 is to 1. अगर 5 is to 5 है इसका मतलब है it is 1 is to 1. So in case of middle point the ratio will be 1 is to 1. Now apply again the section formula. What is the section formula? Let the coordinates of middle point be x and y. So therefore x is equal to Lx2. L is 1. 1 into x2. 1 into x1 divided by 1 plus 1. And y will be equal to 1 into y2. 1 into y1 upon 1 plus 1. That is x is equal to x1 plus x2 divided by 2. x1 into 1 is x1, x2 into 1 is x2, so x1 plus x2 divided by 1 plus 1 is 2. Similarly, y is equal to y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So this formula is called the middle point formula. I will take an example in the middle point formula for middle point formula. See, middle point formula is once you are given this point, you have to find the coordinates of the middle point. Simply you have to add first coordinate इसका first coordinate add करके divide by 2. इसका दूसरा कोऑर्डिनेट उठाइए, इसका दूसरा उठाइए, ऐड करिए, डिवाइड बाय 2. वही हो गया x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. Example is find coordinates of middle point, that is 4 and 5 is one point, 6 and 9 is another point. say this is A and this is B. What are the coordinates of middle point? So middle point के coordinates है 4 plus 6 divided by 2, 5 plus 9 divided by 2. Simple. 4 इसका पहला ऐड करना है, divide 2. इसका दूसरा ऐड करना है, divide by 2. 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. 9 plus 5 is 14, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So what are the coordinates of the middle point? The coordinates of the middle point of A and B is 5 and 7. That means अगर A यहाँ point है, B यहाँ point है, A के coordinates थे 4 and 5, B के coordinates है 6 and 9, तब इनके middle point के coordinates होंगे 5 and 7 simply. So middle point के coordinates होंगे 5 and 7. In that case A, M और B जो होंगे तीनों points कोलिनियर होंगे, एक ही लाइन के ऊपर होंगे. This is the midpoint formula. Now remember, you must know what are the coordinates of the point, how to define the coordinates of the point. Then you must know what is the distance formula. Then after that you must know what is the section formula. But section formula consists of internal division and then external division. Then again you must know what is the middle point formula. And with the help of these three things, I can now come to the questions in the next lecture.